Most people don't fail at approaching someone because they're unattractive. They fail because they make the interaction feel awkward before it even begins. Your brain goes into panic mode. You overthink. You rehearse lines. You try too hard to impress them. And ironically, that's exactly what pushes people away. But psychology shows that attraction usually starts long before the first conversation. So in this video, we're going over the psychology tricks that make approaching someone feel natural, confident, and way less intimidating. One of the biggest mistakes people make is opening with a dry, "Hey, hi, what's up?" The problem is that your brain immediately puts pressure on the other person to carry the conversation. Instead, psychologists call this context-based interaction. People feel more comfortable when conversations feel connected to the environment around them. So instead of, "Hi, try. That drink actually looks good. What is it? You look like you know what you're doing here. Is this place always this packed?" It feels natural, low pressure, and your brain stops treating it like a high-stakes performance. The goal isn't to sound perfect, it's to sound real. There's a psychological phenomenon called the mere exposure effect. Basically, people tend to trust and like things they've seen multiple times. That's why random songs start sounding better after hearing them repeatedly. The same thing happens socially. If someone sees you multiple times before you approach them, you instantly feel less threatening and more familiar. That's why confident people rarely rush the interaction. They make eye contact first, maybe a small smile. Maybe they casually exist around the person for a bit. Then when they finally talk, it feels normal instead of random. Your brain labels familiar people as safer, and safety creates comfort. This sounds backwards. But people are usually more attracted to relaxed energy than performance energy. When you're trying too hard to impress someone, your voice changes, your body stiffens, you become less authentic, and people subconsciously notice it. Psychologists call this self-monitoring overload. You become so focused on how you're being perceived that you stop being present. Ironically, confidence usually looks like speaking slower, being comfortable with silence, not needing approval every second. The people who seem naturally charismatic usually aren't trying to win the interaction. They're simply enjoying it. Eye contact is one of the strongest psychological attraction triggers, but most people either stare too intensely or avoid eye contact completely. The sweet spot is relaxed eye contact. Look at them while they speak. Break occasionally, then reconnect. This creates emotional tension without feeling aggressive. There's also something called the triangle technique. You briefly shift your eyes between one eye, the other eye, then the mouth. It subtly increases intimacy without saying anything. That's why movie scenes use it constantly. Your brain associates sustained eye contact with confidence and emotional connection. People psychologically respond to hearing their own name. It activates attention and creates familiarity. But most people never use it after hearing it once. So if they say, "I'm Sarah," don't just say, "Nice to meet you." Instead, "Sarah? That's actually a cool name." It instantly makes the interaction feel more personal. Not because the words are magical, but because attention feels attractive. People remember how you make them feel, and feeling noticed is powerful. One of the biggest attraction mistakes is being too available too quickly. Strong attraction usually needs emotional contrast. This is called push-pull psychology, not manipulation, just playful unpredictability. Example: you seemed intimidating at first, but you're actually pretty chill. Or, you're either really confident or really dangerous. It creates curiosity, emotional movement, tension. The brain pays more attention to things it has to figure out. That's why mystery feels attractive, but the key is keeping it playful, not arrogant. The moment you treat someone like they're above you, your behavior changes. You become nervous, careful, overly agreeable. But attraction usually works best when two people feel equal. Confident people don't approach thinking, "I hope they like me." They think, "Let's see if we connect." That small mindset shift changes your body language, your tone, your energy, and people can feel it instantly. Because the most attractive thing in social psychology is comfort. Most attraction isn't created by perfect looks or perfect lines. It's created by emotional comfort. So stop overthinking every interaction. The people who succeed socially usually aren't the smoothest. They're just the least afraid to be natural.